Its image is everywhere, in movies, on TV, in books and pop culture, the iconic shape rising against the horizon. It's known by people all over the world, the teepee.
But the teepee is more than a symbol. It's a story of ingenuity and survival. In the Dakota language, teepee means a dwelling, a phrase that carries centuries of tradition and resilience.
Once the winter home of the Dakota people and other tribes who call the Northern Plains home, the teepee is a symbol of ingenuity and adaptation, designed for survival on the Northern Plains and the eastern woodland area along what is now called the Minnesota and Mississippi rivers.
Each year when Tahechap Shunwi began, the moon when deer go into rut and break off their antlers, Dakota families began preparing for winter. They finalized food storage, packed up their summer bark lodges, and turned to their winter homes, the teepee.
These mobile dwellings were designed to be quickly and easily set up and taken down, enabling the Dakota people to follow the seasonal migrations of the bison and other game, which provided the food, medicine, and materials needed to survive the harsh winter.
While men focused on hunting and gathering, it was the women who held the knowledge and responsibility for setting up and maintaining the teepee, an essential role passed down through generations. Each step in the process has meaning and cultural significance.
Teepee frames consist of long wooden poles, with the poles for this teepee standing 23 feet tall. After creating the initial tripod, each additional pole is tied with rope.
A single teepee uses 13 to 15 of these poles, which were typically from a variety of pine trees, including tamarack, lodgepole pine, or eastern red cedar trees. Each of the poles is associated with a Dakota value, and when assembled, resembles an eagle's nest.
The shell of the teepee was made of bison hides, sewn together with animal sinew, using sharpened bone as needles or awls. The two ends of the cover were closed using branches from chokecherry bushes. A low opening was left for a doorway, which is covered with an extra skin used as flap or drop cover.
The door always faces east, preventing the chilly westerly winds from entering the teepee. It also honors the sunrise, which symbolizes new beginnings and knowledge.
One of the most important features of the teepee is the adjustable smoke flap at the top, allowing families to cook and heat the space with an open fire while controlling the upward air draw.
Inside the teepee, children learned their place within a community and family, beginning with the structured organization of the space. The father and his guests sat at the back. To his right, the mother and daughters. To his left, the sons and grandparents. Beside the mother was firewood and water, which she used to manage the fire and air inside.
The long nights of winter within the teepee were a time for teaching and learning through stories shared by parents and elders. Today, we often raise a teepee at special events and gatherings, and use them for teachings that keep traditional lifeways alive. We often hear the question, do Dakota people still live in the teepee today? The answer is, we all do. It is a home and we are still here. We do still sleep in them, mainly at special times of the year.
If you ever drive by the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux Community's Cultural Center, Hochokatati, you'll see 7 large teepees, a towering reminder of the generations who came before, and a symbol that the Dakota people are still here.
To experience a teepee for yourself, visit the Mdewakanton Dwellers of the Spirit Lake public exhibit at Hochokatati.